I guess just a quick update before we get into this video. Upon editing this, we was going to do this a different way when originally doing it. We was going to do one long video. But we've realised the length of the video, so we will actually split this series up into 3 parts, which you will then see going forward in the rest of the Battle of the Bosses episodes. So, just a quick one in advance. If you have enjoyed this, please do hit that like button. Subscribe for more Football Manager content, more Premier League content, your Champions League content, everything you expect from us here down the wing. And come and head over to our individual channels as well. The links are down below. I have 2 channels there, Locase Tuner 45 and Locase Tuner 45 FM, which is your Football Manager videos. The first one being your regular videos. Elmo himself also has 2 channels, Elmo MCD and Elmo MCD Gaming as well. So go and check both of them out. Links are all down below. Please come follow us on Twitter and over on Twitch as well. And without further ado, let's get into this video. And we are back for the end of the season. See how each other got on, how we did in the Cups and the League. We've told each other absolutely nothing about this since the last update that we had.
It's been so tough.
It really has. I'm so eager to find out how you did and how much I battered you by. So we're just starting off on my transfer page. I have made one final transfer since the mid-season update for 6.25 million, rising to 8.5 million. Peter Golaski has gone to Al Ahly in Saudi Arabia. Probably could have got more money for him, but I just didn't care. I got a better goalkeeper.
I got 17.5 to Real Madrid at the start of the season. So,
I mean, he had no interest. There was nobody apparently wanted him on the squad page, and then all of a sudden, this bid came in for him. Like, oh, okay, where did you come from? So yeah, he left as well. It gave me a little bit more transfer income, but like I say, it doesn't really matter too much at this stage. So let's start off with the Cup, shall we? The DFB Pokal. Where we left off last time, we had 3rd round action. I was playing Kaiserslautern, who I beat 2-0. So I progressed to the quarterfinals, and there was a massive shock in this round in mine. Fortuna Dusseldorf 1, Bayern Munich 0.
Wow.
So that really opened up the cup for me.
So
oh, go on.
I had Hanover, and I beat them 1-0. So I progressed to the next round.
Any major shocks in your?
Not really. Leverkusen beat Dortmund on penalties. It was 2-2 in the game. Munich just went through 2-1 against Armenia. Bielefeld.
So it seems that they really should have battered in theory. Kind of struggled as well there.
Yeah.
Quarterfinals, I got drawn against Bochum. I beat them 4-2, put me through to semi-finals along with Hanover, Bayer Leverkusen and Eintracht Frankfurt. So quite clearly favourites I am at the moment.
So I got Hertha and I beat them 4-1, which was a lovely score. And I believe in this game, Poulsen scored all 4 goals as well. Shocking this round was that Schalke beat Bayern Munich 1-0. I mean, Schalke's a decent team, but Bayern Munich not going through.
So Dortmund and Bayern out on both of ours before the semi-final stage. In the semi-finals, I got Bayer Leverkusen. I beat them 2-0. In the other one, Eintracht Frankfurt beat Hanover 1-0. So I meet Eintracht Frankfurt in the final.
So my semi-final was St. Pauli versus Bayer Leverkusen, and Bayer Leverkusen won 2-0. I got Schalke, and I won 4-1.
Nice victory there. And then the final, I beat Eintracht Frankfurt 1-0 to win the DFB Pokal, and gives me 15 points towards our tally.
So I sadly got a tough game in Bayer Leverkusen, and I won 2-1. So I won the cup as well, which I was very happy about.
There we go. We're both cup champions. You say that you think Poulsen scored 4 goals in one game. My top goal scorer got 4 goals in the whole competition, which was Sorloth. He was third highest goal scorer. Piatek from Hertha Berlin on 5, and Gambula with 8 from VfL Bochum.
Well, it was one of the 4-1, because obviously I beat Schalke 4-1 as well. It was one of them that he scored all 4, but he only scored 5 in the entire competition. But I was swapping my strikers around a lot in all competitions, to be honest with you. He was joint second with Paciencia from Schalke with 5, and Leroy Sané won it with 7.
What stands out to me on mine is I've just seen the average rating. Guerrero from Borussia Dortmund, he only played 2 games, but his average rating is a 10.
Wow.
And one of them was a defeat against Bayern, so I'm guessing he didn't play in that game, but yeah, an average rating of 10 with 3 assists for him. He was level with Mascarell in joint second on assists, and Sabitzer from Leipzig was the highest assistee with 4. Let's go and take a look at the Champions League and the knockout rounds. So yeah, obviously I got drawn against Chelsea in the first knockout round. Very tense tie. I beat them 3-2 on aggregate. I lost 2-1 at home, but then beat them 2-0 away to go through. No massive real shock that in this round, minus myself, obviously.
So I got Man United, which was an interesting draw, to say the least. And I'm just trying to find. So the first game, I beat them 3-0. Sadly, though, there was a lot more goals from Man United in the second leg. And I actually lost 6-4 on the night.
So
And
that's 7-4, 7-6 on aggregate.
Yeah, I won 7-6 on aggregate.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was an absolute mental game, and I was obviously mixed feelings throughout the entire game. They went 2-0 up, which really got me worried. Then I got one back, and they went 3-1 up. Then it was 3-2, and then it was 4-2, 5-2, 6-2, and I'm like, that's it. I'm out now. I'm done. And then Giroud and Olmo got 2 goals in 4 minutes.
So I put you through to the quarterfinal, along with myself. The quarterfinals in mine was one of many shocks. We had Man United knocking out Real Madrid 3-2 on aggregate. Liverpool knocking out Barcelona 8-4.
Wow.
The first leg in Barcelona was 8-2 to Liverpool.
Wow.
But the biggest shock was Red Bull Salzburg knocking out PSG on away goals. 1-1. I got drawn against Lazio, and I beat them 2. Well, it was 2-2. I beat them on away goals, so I managed to qualify for the semi-finals as well.
So this one was a tough one for me. So the other games was Inter beat Juventus 4-3 on aggregate. Chelsea beat Lazio on away goals. That was 3-3. Liverpool beat Man City 2-1 on aggregate. It was actually 2-1 on the second leg, so 0-0 first one. I got drawn against Atletico Madrid, and I lost 1-0 in the second leg, but I won 1-0 in the first leg. And I won on penalties. That was... So, can you remember when I kind of said to you that I need to come off video and mute my mic because I need to react to something? There's no way that I can sit quiet and react to a penalty shootout in in the Champions League quarterfinal.
Yeah, well, when I told you, oh my God, there's a massive result. That was Liverpool beating Barcelona 8-2 away. I just like, what the hell has gone off here? Semi-final stage, I actually came up against Liverpool and lost 3-0 on aggregate. So my journey ended at the semi-final stage. In the other one, Manchester United against sister club Red Bull Salzburg. Manchester United won 6-3 to set up Manchester United Liverpool in Champions League final.
Wow. So obviously I knocked Man United out, so there was no way that they were going to the final. Liverpool beat Inter 4-3 in the semi-final. The other semi-final was me versus Chelsea. So I got two English teams. The first leg was 2-1 to Chelsea, and the second leg was 2-1 to myself. So another penalty shootout, which sadly I lost. So I went out in the semi-final as well.
So we both played English teams twice, both one win, one defeat in the
We
knockout
both
stage against
played
them.
our teams as well.
Yeah, and both played Chelsea. So in
Um,
the final, say Liverpool, Manchester United for myself, and Liverpool won 4-1 in the final.
so it was an all English final for me as well. Liverpool again, but they beat Chelsea 3-2.
So Liverpool dominant in the Champions League this season then.
Yeah.
So both competitions so far have had the same winner over both games. So it'll be interesting to see if that extends to the league. Top goal scorers for me, Immobile third on 7, with Mane and Evanilson joint on 8 for Liverpool and Porto.
So I've got joint second and third is Edouard with 8 from Celtic and Lukaku with 8 from Inter. And then Immobile, however you say his name, he's top with 9 goals.
So he's the only one that's up there for both of us as well.
Mm-hmm.
The only player I have mentioned on there is Stefan Radu, joint second for most yellow cards. So
So I've beat you there then. Can I have an extra point? Upamecano got 5 yellow cards and he's at the top.
okay, I also got 5, but Casemiro was just one game dirtier than me. So
But I ain't got any players in any of the other bits.
So I suppose mine was a bit more shocking than yours, especially with Salzburg making it to semi-finals as well.
Mm.
They really surprised me, and at one point I thought it was going to be an all Red Bull final when I saw them in the other semi-final. That'd be fantastic. But not to be. So at the moment we're both level on 25 points, and it all comes down to the Bundesliga. So let's go and take a look at that, shall we?
Do you want to not start at the bottom, but do you want to go from 7th to top?
Well, I was just going to touch that. In mine, Union Berlin and Stuttgart were both relegated.
Oh, so whoever finished 16th won the playoff then.
Yes, mine's managed to survive the playoffs.
So Union Berlin lost in the playoffs, so they got relegated along with Arminia Bielefeld and Hertha.
Okay. 2 that did decent in mine. 7th getting the Europa Conference League place was Schalke.
Gladbach.
6th, one of the Europa League places, Bayer Leverkusen.
Dortmund.
5th with the other Europa League place, Eintracht Frankfurt.
Stuttgart.
Okay, so relegated in mine, 5th on yours. Stuttgart fans, I prefer yours to mine, definitely.
Yeah.
4th place with the Champions League place, Borussia Dortmund.
Wolfsburg.
3rd place, Champions League place, Bayern Munich.
Okay. That sadly was me.
Okay, so that gives you 16 points there.
So the issue that I had was
Bayern wasn't broken.
well, Bayern definitely. I think they went 13 games in all competitions winning. So they went on a right storm. Bear in mind that they got knocked out at group stages of the Champions League as well.
Yeah.
But as it got to, as I was in the Champions League and the Cup and the League, a lot of my players was getting tired like at half time, just after half time. So I started to draw quite a few games, which kind of set me back from I mean, I'll tell you now that there's 18 points between me and top, but there's only
Okay.
4 points between me and second. So it would have been very tough for me to finish first.
Mine's a bit tighter. We've got 16 points between first and third, and 2 between second and third. Second place being Borussia Mönchengladbach and mine, with 65 points.
Oh, so second Schalke with 67 points.
Okay, and that means first was Leipzig on 79 points.
Munich beat you with 81.
Okay, so yeah, they definitely did better on yours. I ended up with a record of 25 wins, 4 draws, and 5 defeats.
So again, I had a bad run of draws. So I had 17 wins, 12 draws, and 5 defeats.
So yeah, if you'd just turned a few of them draws into wins, you'd have definitely been
It was
sort of
just
with me.
the players was too tired, and I started. I'm not sure if it's because of the tiredness, but I started having a couple of players started getting too many yellow cards, and obviously suspensions come in
Yeah,
and injuries and that. So that's where I really struggled.
I had no players at all in the top player stats. Pitek on 18 goals in third, Haaland with 23 in second, and Demirovic with 26 for Freiburg was the top scorer in the league.
So I've got Paciencia for Schalke with 23, Lewandowski with 24, and Haaland with 25. The
Oh,
I've got the average rating, which was Kanate with 7.37. He's top. Other than that, Upamecano with 19 yellow cards, and my keeper is third with 15 clean sheets. He
nice.
got 20 in the entire season.
Just looking at mine, Lewandowski got 10 goals in 34 league games, joint 14th. I was not expecting that at all. My goalkeeper was joint 5th on clean sheets. Had he kept one more, he'd have been joint 2nd. He got 12. Not bad to say, only came in January as well.
No, no.
So okay, my top 3 goal scorers in all competitions: Justin Cliver and Sorloth, both on 17 goals. But taking the crown by 6 goals on 23 was Yusuf Poulsen. Not bad from a player I was going to try and get rid of at the
No.
start of this.
So joint top was Soloth and Paulson, and then second place, playing half a season with 16 goals in 24 games, is Giroud.
Nice. He was definitely inspired signing then.
Yes, definitely. My most capped player with around 50 is obviously Romero.
Danny Olmo, 44 starts, 3 substitute appearances, so 47 for him. Upamecano second on 43 all starts, and Stefan Radu, one of my summer signings, 37 starts and 4 substitute appearances.
And my top assists is Danny Olmo with 12.
He's also top on mine, but with 15.
Nice.
He only scored 1 goal though.
Oh no, he scored 10 goals for me.
Okay, so it was a lot better for you attacking than he was me in
Yeah.
the end.
But I did play. Sometimes he did play like as a attacking midfielder, so
You
playing
played the
between the
entire
midfield and
season
up front.
as an attacking midfielder for me. I think I had him just as a actual attacking midfielder, no, not as a playmaker or anything.
Yeah,
Poulsen was my highest average rating with 7.22.
2-2.
So
Mine is Kanate with 7.36.
you had me beat there, and obviously. So, like I say, that does give me the overall victory, which gives me the choice of picking our next team or spinning the wheel. And I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel.
Okay.
So the teams that we have in there still, obviously, Leipzig will be taken out. Juventus, Leeds, Leicester, Inter Milan, Red Bull Salzburg, Liverpool, Borussia Dortmund, Rangers, Manchester United, Ajax, and Boca Juniors. Shall we find out who we're going to get?
Yeah.
I would share my screen. I've got to change my scene, so you'll have to trust me. And we're spinning. Fancy noise. And is it going to tick over? It's not. We are Leicester City.
Nice.
For our next season. So we're coming to England. A team that we both know relatively decently, I'd imagine.
That's an interesting one because obviously they're not a team that they're kind of up there around 4th, 5th, 6th, aren't they? You kind of expect them to be there, so it's not one that you'd expect to win the league. So it's definitely a challenge. They're not in. They're in Europa as well, aren't they? They're not in the Champions League.
They're not in the Champions League, so that gives us a bit of a different competition as well. So obviously, one thing that we haven't explained is obviously we have our point system. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep a scoreboard of how many saves in total each of us wins, but then the total running score of our points as well. So I could potentially win every save but one, but you could then end up with more points than me at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just depends how badly we do on a certain save or anything like that.
I think that's going to be the interesting thing as we go around different teams. Obviously, you know, the team that you've got that you start with, if you haven't got much money to spend, it's how you deal with that team without bringing too many players in. And there's some teams on that list that won't have much money to spend, and you've got to rely on the youth system or loans or anything like that.
So for you that are watching, obviously you've seen both our teams. Whose team do you think was better off? Do you think I deserved the victory? Do you think it was unlucky for Elmo? Obviously, 3rd place in your first season in the Bundesliga is a great achievement, especially when Bayern Munich actually turned up on your save, unlike mine. But yeah, let us know who you think did better. Maybe we'll keep a running total of your scores as well, and see who you think's actually better. But if you have enjoyed this sort of content, hit that like button. Come follow us on our socials, which are all down in the description below. Follow us on YouTube, each individual channels. We've both got Football Manager saves coming soon, as long with plenty of other content. Follow Dan Wing for Premier League podcasts, predictions, reviews, plenty of football content. And don't forget to subscribe to us for more Football Manager content as well. Until next time, I've been Tuna.
I've been Elmo.
We'll see you in the next one.